Hi guys, I can't believe I just did that. I've played for half an hour, introduced the game, introduced the save, and didn't press record. So here we are, half an hour into the Mariners franchise, selected by you on social media. I am Joel Bailey from 4Bases. Joel 4Bases is my handle on Twitter. So what you've missed isn't a great deal, to be honest. All I've done is set up my scouting, my budget. Sorry, I was just reading the notification. Set up my scouting budgets with a look towards the first year player draft. So I spent my time looking at and building a shortlist of players that I want to look at before the draft. So you can see my scout, where his name is. I can't think. Scott Hunter. Good boy, Scott. Keeping him awfully busy with hundreds and hundreds of tasks of players to scout. So then if we just go to my shortlist, here we have the list of players which I like the look of and will scout more deeply as we come to the draft. We are currently set 7-4, although we're not really paying that much attention to our immediate results. Because we've been set a 5-year goal of making the playoffs by 2025 by our owner. So if we just look here, don't suck completely this year, tick, we're at 600, upgrade at centre field, yeah, we'll maybe do that later in the season. Keep building a team in order to reach the playoffs by 2025. We started really well. We swept the season opening series against Texas. Tom Murphy, our catcher, hit 3 home runs in 4 games. And then, of course, tore his labrum. In other words, his shoulder, and is out for 8 months. So that's a great start to the season. Our starting catcher and one of our premier bats is out for 8 months. So that is the whole season. In his replacement, we promoted Brian O'Keefe from AA. He's actually in AAA, to be fair. He's come up. He's yet to have a bat. So our backup catcher Austin Nola should be getting a lion's share of play appearances in his replacement, and as you can see there, yeah, he is. So he's hitting quite nicely in 480 over 9 games this year. So the majority of sort of my time at the moment is just being spent looking at these prospects which are being scouted by Scott Hunter and adding them to shortlists and monitoring the waiver wire to see if there's anyone who we can get now to either flip or to help benefit us. Personal message. Probably a 4 or 5 star player. Yeah, we like him. Timmy Manning, we'll add you. Delete all. So it's relatively mundane at the moment. There isn't a great deal that we can look to move. Sorry, didn't need to do that. Salaries. Is there any salaries we can look to lose? Marco Gonzalez. Tijon Walker, Winian Chen. So these are 4 people, or 3 definitely, who will walk at the end of the season for nothing. Let's see if we can just get anything for them. Winian Chen. Unlikely we'll get a prospect, but we'll give it a go. Blimey, we got prospects returns. Andrew Velasquez. Is there any chance we could get? Is there any chance we could get? What's his name? Duran. Little thing about me is I do really like Jarren Duran. There's a lot to like about this trade. I have to. Let's even see if we can retain. If they don't like it, let's. Does that make him better? Let's see if we can pay 50% of his salary this year. There's a lot to like about this. Okay, so we'll pay his salary. And we will get Duran to essentially buy in a prospect, which is quite nice. And we're playing Boston, so finished today. So it's Brady Smith. Starter, emergency starter. So let's have a little. Let's have a few notes. So let's look to rebuild by the end of the season. Deal away any. So that will be Chen, Gonzalez, and Walker. So these call-ups would be Justin Dunn, Sheffield. So let's give them a full season in their respective minor league setups. So there we go, right. Cool. Delete, no. So we've got our sort of 2020 plan in here. We'll add to that as the season goes on. But there's sort of a base idea about where the roster will be. I quite like that. So look at the transactions. Anyone on waivers? Edison Volquez, Steve Cishek. Yes, rather uninspiring, isn't it? We're 10-5. Jordan Walker, average big leaguer. Flourish as a centre fielder, yeah, we like that. Detroit traded. Nope, don't care about that. Just the hell a solid bullpen add. Just tidy them up, delete them all. What's going on waivers? Nada. Personal message. Average big leaguer. Yeah. Trade proposal from the Dodgers. Kike Hernandez for Carl Edwards Jr. and Logan Gilbert. Absolutely not a chance. So let's go and have a look. See how the kids are doing down on the farm. Is there anyone we need to think about moving? Kelenic. Three games. It's ranked 13th overall. How are we doing on the roster? So if we have a look at the lineups, is there anyone struggling? Dylan Moore, Carlos Gonzalez, Cargo needs to go, doesn't he? Cargo really needs to go. Right. Wave and DFA, Carlos Gonzalez. We have no interest in aging veterans who offer nothing. So let's bring up a outfielder. So corner outfielder Jake Fraley. Triple A. Now let's leave him in Double A to develop. We got any sort of veterans? Colin Cowgill. Kyle Lewis is probably a bit too soon. Let's give him a season in Triple A. Let's bring up the veteran, yeah, with the view. What's the point of bringing Cowgill up if we just send down Cargo? Let's bring up Liriano. Add him to the 40. And you can come up. And we'll need to promote someone from. Let's bring you up. They're going to need a catcher as well, aren't they? That's fine. It's just sort of, yeah, that's fine. So they can rebalance that. Finish today. Received a message. Delete. And so we're 11 and 6. Are starting to just come back to the pack of it, which is fine. Oh, we're nearly out of charge. That wouldn't be good. Let's get the charger. That would be a disaster if we run out of charge. And there we go. Perfect. So, Mariners, let's have a look at transactions. Waivers. Anyone on waivers? Obviously. Max Stassi. So he is a lifetime. Yeah, very meh. Finish today. Frontline starter, yeah. He's likely to be on a bubble for a big league role after he matures. Catcher Cole Carrig. No, none of them are interesting in the slightest. Brandon Lemke, Fucker Kopka. Should be back end of the rotation. Spot starter, Tanner Burns. Good solid starter, but even better in relief. Luis Arias. Fun fact, I just bought a Luis Arias rookie card, actually. That should be fun for when it arrives. Finished today. Max Carlson, 4th or 5th starter, yep. Value in a platoon. Delete all. Should be an average big leaguer. Finished tonight. Well, I'll be 12 and 9. We're really falling back, aren't we? Bieber shuts up Boston. Chase Davis. Hunter targets Bailey Dees. So, is there anyone on waivers who we can just pick up and move? Rusney Castillo. Jeez, what happened to him? That contract he signed was ridiculous, wasn't it? 72 million over 7 years. 72 million, and he's played not anything. What a sad story. So he played 102 games, I paid 72 million for him. Gee whiz. Malik Smith has suffered a day-to-day injury. The recovery is expected to take 10 days. Let's put him on the 10-day ILL and just be careful with him. 40-man roster. So who isn't on the 40? Oh, he's not on the active roster. Tim Lopez. So who's down in Tacoma? Jake Frady, let's bring you up, sunshine. Permit Seattle. Let me use one of his options. You received a personal message. Occasional spot starter. Says Mariners have had a player designated retirement whose DFA time runs out today. He must be assigned or released. And we will release you. We'll release. Got no interest in you. Oh good, Vogelbach's injured. It's day to day for about 4 weeks. That's bizarre. Right, let's do a couple more days and then I will leave you to get back to your day because I realise this is probably one of the more boring things you've watched today. Kudos to anyone who's still with me right now, but well done. Shout out you. Waiver wire, Rusney Castillo still. I realise this is probably the blandest part of the rebuild, is just scouting players with absolutely no interest in how we do on the field. We're 15-9 and Alex Wood has signed a 6-year free agent deal. Jeez, that's odd. Let's finish. Let's get to Friday and I'll hang up and let you get back to your day. Carl Harrison. Dance with me. Son. I do apologise if you've listened to my music the whole way through this. I have no idea whether you can actually hear this, but I like it. It's a good song. Not usually a Drake fan. I can dance like Michael Jackson. Right foot up, left foot. I think you're just doing nothing. Waiver wire. So Neil Walker, Nick Markakis. Oh, they're claiming for Nick Markakis. Desmo Vargas. 55 contacts, 60 gap power. He doesn't strike out. Interesting. What do I scout make these days? Shouldn't Nick Markakis. So let's have a quick roundup about where we're at. So we spent 25 minutes, or the best part 25 minutes, scouting players for the first year draft. Our current pitching stuff looks Kendall Graveman pitching nicely, 4 wins. Kikuchi's pitched nicely. Kikuchi's 36 strikeouts. Nice. Kendall Graveman, I wasn't expecting that. Nice. So when's he a free agent? He expires after next season. So he could potentially be a piece that we can add to the trade block. Let's add that to the list. Our bullpen, because that is a strength of us, so we'll happily deal from the bullpen. And also Kendall Graveman. So, and then we just have a quick look at the bats. What's going on with the bats? Brandon Bishop, centre fielder. Yeah, nice. Nice start to the year. 26-year-old given a chance. Yeah. Came up late last year. Malik Smith just hit below 300. Obviously stealing a ton of bags if he's getting on. Daniel Vogelback. Yeah, I don't know really where I stand on it. Will he be around in the future? I don't know. Look at that. Top of the West. Top of the West with a pretty poor team. They must love me. Upgrade centre field this year. Brandon Bishop's seen as their upgrade. That's excellent news. So guys, I hope you have liked episode 1. Hopefully it hasn't been too dull. I do promise that it will get more interesting as the season progresses, and as we approach the mid-season deadlines and the draft. So thank you very much for getting to this point of the video. If you haven't, then take my thanks of just the support, and episode 2 will be up very soon. Alright guys, take care, bye bye.